Imagine a book so powerful that it's been the secret weapon for success for nearly 100 years, influencing everyone from early 20th century tycoons to today's tech entrepreneurs. This isn't just any book, it's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, a goldmine of knowledge teaching timeless principles like discipline, hard work, and a powerful mindset. Napoleon Hill studied why these men were so wealthy while others weren't. Curious about what made them different, he explored their success secrets and wrote a book about what he discovered. We're about to unpack 13 powerful principles that have helped countless entrepreneurs to the top. These principles play a critical role in our fast-paced digital world, impacting modern methods of making money and adapting to our dynamic economy. Ready to learn how these secrets have transformed ordinary people into millionaires? Grab your notepad, because we're diving deep into the strategies that continue to turn ambition into achievement. Now let's dive into the money and unlock these secrets together. Principle 1. Desire. To achieve your goals, you need a clear, definite purpose and a strong desire to succeed. This is the first and most important step. Napoleon Hill explains 6 clear and practical steps to turn your desire into reality. Number 1. Be exact with the amount of money you desire. Be generous with the amount. Aim high. For instance, $100,000 per month is the exact amount you desire. Number 2. What are you willing to provide and/or give to receive this desired amount? In other words, what services or products or value are you willing to provide in order to receive the exact amount of money you want? Number 3. Set a deadline. Specify an exact date by which you need to fulfill your desire, creating a clear time limit to reach your goal. When you do this, you create a sense of urgency and commitment, which can motivate you to focus and prioritize your actions to meet the deadline. Number 4. Start now. Make a plan and take action immediately, even if you don't feel completely ready. Never wait for a perfect moment, because that perfect moment may never come. Number 5. Write numbers 1 through 4 in a clear statement. It's very important you do this because it strengthens your dedication and sharpens your focus. Number 6. Read your statement aloud. Do this every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed. This practice will reinforce your goals into your subconscious. You need to read your statement as if you already have everything you want. In this statement, Napoleon Hill explains, in order to become rich and wealthy, you must have a burning desire and believe it so much that you are convinced you will attain it. Here's a story from the book about Edwin C. Barnes, who not only had a dream, but also a burning desire to go into business with the famous inventor, Thomas Edison. Barnes traveled all the way to New Jersey to meet Edison, but there was a problem. Edison had no idea who Barnes was. Despite this, Barnes was determined. He didn't just wish to work with Edison, he had a fiery desire to make it happen. Edison gave Barnes a job, but it wasn't what Barnes had hoped for. He didn't want to be just another employee, he wanted to be Edison's business partner. For 5 years, Barnes stuck it out, doing simple, low-level tasks in Edison's company. Then, an opportunity came along. Edison's invention, the Ediphone, wasn't popular with his sales team. They thought it wouldn't sell and didn't even want to try. But Barnes saw his chance. He came up with a plan to market the Ediphone and convinced Edison to let him do it. Barnes' plan worked. They sold a lot of Ediphones, and this success finally made Barnes more than just an employee. Edison made him his business partner. Barnes had a clear goal and put every ounce of his effort into achieving it with purpose and intense desire. Principle number 2. Faith. Faith is a big part of your mindset. When your thoughts and desires are mixed with faith, something special happens. The doors of infinite intelligence are opened. It's like unlocking a door to endless possibilities. We will discuss more on infinite intelligence later in this video. However, if you don't have faith, your dreams will seem unreachable, making your subconscious mind give up on the idea of a better life before you even begin. Napoleon Hill emphasizes this by introducing a formula for self-confidence to help kickstart your journey. 1. Know that you have the ability to achieve a definite purpose in your life, and you must command yourself to achieve this with relentless action. 2. The thoughts that you allow to sit in your mind will eventually transform into its physical reality. Every day you must think about the person you want to become with clear mental pictures. 3. Any desires you hold in your mind and persistently think about will eventually become your reality. Doing this daily will help you develop self-confidence. 4. You have written a clear statement of your definite goal in life, and you will not give up until you have achieved it. 5. You understand that real success and lasting wealth must be built on honesty and fairness. Therefore, engage only in deals that benefit everyone involved. Plan to achieve success by pulling in the right resources and gaining the cooperation of others. Inspire people to help by being ready to help them too. Eliminate all negativity by nurturing a love for all humanity and always carry a positive attitude. Remember, having a negative view of others will never lead to success. Make others trust in you by trusting in them and in yourself. Commit to this approach and repeat it out loud once a day. It is your decision on what thoughts you will turn into physical reality using faith. Principle 3. Autosuggestion. This happens when your mind gets used to processing new information in a specific way based on how you've trained your subconscious mind. By doing this, you can more effectively channel your thoughts to attract the outcomes you want. It's like setting up your mind to automatically guide you towards success. To really influence your subconscious mind, the thoughts you fill your mind with need to be clear and charged with strong emotion. Napoleon Hill explains in his book that no thought, whether it's positive or negative, can reach the subconscious mind unless it goes through the process of autosuggestion. This means that unless thoughts come from an external outside source, all the information we gather through our 5 senses, sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch, is either filtered or rejected by our conscious mind. So, if you want your subconscious to listen, your thoughts have to be delivered intentionally and packed with feeling. The conscious mind acts like a gatekeeper, deciding what gets through to the subconscious mind. Principle 4. Specialized knowledge. In the beginning of this chapter, Napoleon Hill expresses that having vast amounts of general knowledge is pointless when it comes to acquiring wealth and riches. Instead, having a vast amount of organized, specialized knowledge in a specific field or niche can and will make you rich. Specialized knowledge and a plan of action is what you need to focus on if you want to earn big. Henry Ford is a great example of someone who used specialized knowledge to build one of the biggest companies of the 20th century. He wasn't an engineer himself, but he knew how important they were to making his idea of affordable cars for everyone a reality. Ford's real talent was in using the assembly line method for making cars, which wasn't his original idea, but he improved it by bringing together experts from different areas. This made the production of his Model T car much faster and cheaper, which allowed regular people to buy cars. This strategy not only made Ford extremely rich, but also changed the way products are made all over the world today. What this means is that the person who builds wealth doesn't necessarily need to have all the specialized knowledge themselves. Instead, they need to have access to a well-organized team of experts in specific areas. This approach allows them to use specialized knowledge effectively to grow their business and accumulate wealth. Thus, it pays to know how to purchase and have access to specialized knowledge. Principle 5. Imagination. It is famously stated that a man can create anything he can imagine. The only real limits a person has are those of their imagination. Every successful product or service began as a simple idea in someone's mind. Napoleon Hill talks about 2 kinds of imagination: synthetic and creative. Synthetic imagination involves mixing old concepts to make something new, while creative imagination involves coming up with completely new and original ideas. This is the process in which you get ideas from scratch in your mind, from inspiration or a gut feeling which have not been thought of before. When you have a strong desire, it sharpens your focus on what you're dealing with and experiencing. This new, intense focus lets you see things from a fresh angle, which naturally leads to creative ideas flowing easily. This happens because your mind has a clear target. It knows what to look out for. This whole idea also connects back to what was discussed in the chapter about autosuggestion, where feeding your mind with repeated affirmations influences your subconscious to act in a certain way. You can boost your imagination by understanding how it works. Your imagination kicks into high gear when your conscious mind is really active, like when you're super excited or driven by a strong desire. Also, changing up your surroundings can help spark more creative ideas. Don't hesitate to mix things up to encourage your creativity. Switching up your surroundings can really boost your motivation and help you come up with great ideas. For example, taking a walk in nature with trees around, or hanging around in the park, or sitting in a quiet library can all inspire you to think of something spectacular or write something great. Principle 6. Organized planning. The next step to turning desire for money into actual wealth is to form a definite and practical plan. Napoleon Hill lays out 4 points to keep in mind. A. Align yourself with a group of like-minded individuals as you may need for the carrying out of your plan. B. In return for the group's help with carrying out your plan, determine what they will receive in return in exchange for their help. No one with specialized knowledge will work for free. Although what they wish in return may not be in the form of money, it may be the help of something or an interest in shares of your company, for example. C. A meeting must be conducted at least twice a week with all members of the group until a precise plan has been created. D. It's crucial that you and your mastermind group members work in perfect harmony. If there's any conflict, it's important to find a solution quickly so that everyone is aligned and on the same page. No one who followed this philosophy can reasonably expect to attain a fortune without experiencing temporary defeat. Be prepared to face some setbacks along the way. If you encounter defeat, it likely means that your initial plans weren't solid. It's crucial that you don't give up, but instead revise your plans, adjust your strategy, and try again. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. Almost every great leader began as a follower, and they became great leaders by first being smart followers. Leadership is defined by 11 key attributes. Banyan, unwavering courage. No smart follower wants to be led by a leader who lacks courage and self-confidence. 2. Self-control. A man with no self-control can't control others. 3. A keen sense of justice. A leader without a sense of fairness can't command nor regain respect from his followers. 4. Definiteness of decision. A leader who is indecisive can't lead others successfully. 5. Definiteness of plans. A successful leader plans his work. A leader without a plan is like driving a car with no GPS. 6. The habit of doing more than paid for. A good leader does more than he requires from his followers. 7. A pleasing personality. No careless person can ever become a leader. 8. Sympathy and understanding. Great leaders understand their followers and their problems. 9. Mastery of detail. A good leader pays attention to details. 10. Willingness to assume full responsibility. Sometimes, in order to get things done, good leaders must assume responsibility themselves. 11. Cooperation. Leadership calls for power, and power calls for cooperation.